Hey everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. In this video, I'm going to solve another pattern printing problem on GeeksForGeeks. So without wasting any further time, let's go into the video. This is the particular pattern that we have to print. As you can see, this is a symmetric pattern and the point at which I'm pointing the cursor right now is the line of symmetry of this figure. I think there is a very easy way to solve this problem where we can break down the pattern into two different patterns and solve each of them individually and then combine the code to get the total pattern. But that is not an optimal approach, and we have to write down too many for loops to implement that pattern. So, in order to achieve the output optimally, we have to figure out a formula which can print or generate this particular pattern in one single for loop. So let's get back into the pattern and try to observe the pattern over here. As you can see, the input value here is 5 and the number of output line is 10. So that makes one thing very, very clear that our outer loop will run for 2 into n times. Here n value is 5, that's why it runs for 2 into n times. So, and the pattern that you can see over here is that star space star, star space star, star space star. That means we have to implement three inner for loops, one for spaces and two for stars. Stars, spaces. Then again we have to print stars. Okay. So now for int j is equal to 1, j less than is equal to stars, j plus plus. Then we have to print the stars, leaving behind no empty spaces as the stars are also not leaving behind any empty space after that. Now we have to figure out a formula for the stars. Observe the first half of the figure. I is equal to 1 and the stars is 5. There is no space. Then again we have 5 stars. Then I is equal to 2. Number of stars is equal to 4. Then we have space. Number of stars is equal to 4 again. Then I value is equal to 3. Number of stars is equal to 3. Then we have space. Then again 3 stars. Then for I is equal to 4, we have number of stars is equal to 2. Space. Then again number of stars is equal to 2. So for the first half, the formula is extremely clear. That is n minus I plus 1. Let's dry run and check it if it's correct. For I is equal to 1, n is fixed at 5. 5 minus I is 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. 4 plus 1, 5. 5 stars, it printed. For I is equal to 2, 5 minus 2 is equal to 3. 3 plus 1, 4 stars, it prints. For I is equal to 3, n minus I, 5 minus 3, 2 plus 1, 3 stars, it prints. The formula for first half is correct. But let's check for the second half, where I is equal to 6. 5 minus 6 minus 1 plus 1 is equal to 0. But there is actually one star that is being printed over here. The formula does not work for the second half. But we have to figure out a logic where the stars will be printed for the second half as well. So when I value exceeds n value, the stars formula will be changed. So let's observe the second half. Here I value is 6 and number of stars is equal to 1. I value is 7, number of stars is equal to 2. I value is 8, number of stars is equal to 3. I value is equal to 9, number of stars is equal to 4. I think the formula is extremely easy and it's more easier to observe than the first half. The formula is I minus n. Let's try run and check. I value is equal to 6. 6 minus 5 is equal to 1. 1 star gets printed. I is equal to 7. 7 minus 5. 2 stars get printed. I value is equal to 8. 8 minus 5. 3 stars get printed. I think the formula for stars is done and dusted, and the stars part of our problem is over. Then we have to copy paste the same logic for the second stars as it is exactly same as the stars in the left. Now we have to do the same for the spaces. Int j is equal to 1, j less than is equal to spaces, j plus plus. We have to print an empty space and then we have to figure out the formula for spaces. Int spaces. Now observe the first half of the pattern. Here we have zero space in the first row. I is equal to 1, number of space is equal to 0. I is equal to 1, I is equal to 2, number of space is equal to 2. I is equal to 3, number of space is equal to 4. To figure out the formula, we have to observe the entire first half and second half. But I think we have another way to achieve the formula, which is extremely easy, and we don't even have to look at the pattern and figure it out ourselves. It's 2 into n minus 2 into stars. From where does this formula come? The inner for loop always prints 2 into n times. Here it prints 10 stars, here it prints 4 stars, 2 spaces, 4 stars. Here it prints 3 star, 4 spaces, sorry, yes, 4 spaces, 3 stars, and in the fourth row it prints 2 stars, 4 sorry, it's 6 spaces, and again 2 stars. So for every row, the number of times the inner loop runs is equal to 10. So at max or at mean, every time we have to print for 10 spaces. For particular elements, we can add the star value, and for some particular places, we can leave that as blank space according to our pattern. So the number of times the inner loop will be printed is always going to be 2 into n. And the stars also is going to be 2 into stars, as the stars have two different spectrum. The first one is being the left spectrum and the second one being the right spectrum. So if we subtract the space occupied by the stars from the total space or the total times the inner loop iterates, we can easily figure out a formula for the spaces part. I think our formula is over. Now we just have to add a new line over here so that after every row, the cursor moves to the next line and it prints in different row. Now we have to run the compile button check if our code is correct. As you can see, output is exactly same as the expected output. Now we just have to submit our code and check the runtime and the points we get from it. I think the internet connection is the problem. That's why we are getting the output late. So in the previous video, I have already explained the steps to approach any pattern printing problem. If you have not watched that yet, you can definitely check that out. I will be leaving the link in the description.